guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Duafe, and today we're gonna be doing a makeup tutorial mixed in with a makeup review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Duafe Beauty. This video is gonna be like an in-depth makeup tutorial where I talk about step by step the products I'm using, my techniques, and a little background on the things that I used to do with my makeup and how I've changed. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, okay, then keep watching. Now let's get started into the video.
Put a ring on my finger, so know it's real. Niggas for everybody, I don't even wanna do. You don't wanna play no games with me, youngin'. I'm the right one, come and get what you got coming. I hope can never say I don't really got it, cause I ain't with the talking. Now show me your pockets and show me your statements. Pull out some paper, baby, that's how you clear it. I think she's jealous of me, cause he let her out.
Okay guys, I know I look raggedy as hell right now. This is the before. Y'all already know what I look like without the beat. Y'all don't know how excited I am to try this. Like, I've been meaning to try it for, let me say, 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks. Like, I've been busy, I've been able to do the video, but now I finally have a chance. Y'all haven't asked me for more makeup related content, more makeup tutorials, because as you know, I started this channel on makeup tutorials and I've kind of drifted away from that, so I'm gonna get back into it. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how I achieve a full glam look. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys just the simple steps of how to get glam and my typical makeup routine, from the eyebrows to the eyelashes. I'm gonna show you guys everything. Okay, before I do my makeup, I always like pre-prep my skin with my skincare routine. I'm going to release that video soon so you guys can see like how I do my skincare and stuff, so I can keep my skin soft and ready for the makeup application. But next we're gonna go in with the eyebrows, and yes, I know I need my eyebrows threaded. It's been a while, it's been always a while. I can still do my brows when my eyebrows aren't threaded, but it's giving raggedy. So when it comes to my brows, if you don't know me, get to know me, because this Mellow Cosmetics tinted brow gel is the go. I've had this for a year. I'm not really into when makeup expires. Like, I just keep it until I finish it, and it's still in here. Like, with my brows have come a long way. Okay, my brow journey has been rough at the beginning, child. Like, I had the worst friends because they didn't tell me that my brows were giving suitcase, my brows were giving caterpillar, it was giving box brow. Like, it was getting very much thick. I was using the ABH brow dip and using a lot of it at that, and I was making it like boxed at the start and it was like thick. I really thought I was giving, but over time I've realized a more natural brow really makes the look pop, so thank God I realized that, because it was very scary. So typically for my brows nowadays, I literally just take this is in the shade dark brown, and it could just be any tinted brow gel, but I really like this one because it's not really a gel, you know what I mean? I think because I've had it for so long, it's kind of like dried out, but it still has the color. And like I said, I like a more natural brow, a natural sharp brow, so it just makes my makeup just stand out even more. Like, all you need is the brows to be good and the base to be smooth, then you look bomb. Like, that's all you need, to be honest. I'm just going in lightly. I'm not even like dipping in. I just dip in once or twice and then I just brush it like a regular one, to be honest. My brows don't have that much hair on them, but like there's a lot of empty spaces, so I kind of use that brow tint to kind of fill in the empty spaces but still keep my natural brow shape. But now we're going to conceal them. Usually I use my LA Girl Pro concealer to conceal my brows, but child, we gotta try this concealer. Y'all don't understand how excited I am for this, okay? Look at the packaging. It's like so cute. I really love the gold. Like, her theme is kind of like gold. That's kind of her brand. It's a Ghanaian brand, so black owned business. I was on the phone with my friend, and she's Ghanaian, last night. I was telling her about I'm gonna make this video, and she told me how to pronounce the name. She said Duafe Beauty. I probably should have, found out the way to say it before I did this video, but I always do that. Even with my last video I did for Arcatia, I still don't know how to pronounce the name, child, but I will learn, okay? I will learn. Hopefully she sees this and like lets me know how to pronounce it. I got a matte lip kit and a lip liner. I'm really excited. Like, look at the branding. Ooh, Ooh, I love it. It feels like really nice. It's like chic. Like I really like the packaging, honestly. And this is like where the ingredients are. I don't know if y'all care about that, but I really like this. Like, get it, girls. I love seeing different shades of melanin on a package. I got the foundation, okay? Like, I think it's really cute. I love just like the art of it, you know what I mean? Like the art style. This is full coverage liquid foundation. It has SPF 15 and it's 20 milliliters, okay? The lip kit is 28 fluid ounce and 8 milliliters. This is what the concealer packaging looks like. I think it's real cute, and she's not paying me. Like, I just took it upon myself to do this video because I was looking through her Instagram page. Like, she's really good at promoting, making reels, videos, but I didn't really see anyone else like post videos wearing it. So I kind of want to make this video to let people know, let my followers know that this girl is out there and she's killing it. Like, y'all know me, I love seeing a person follow their dreams and start a business or just do what they love, you know? And what she loves is to create makeup and makeup products, and I love that for her. Liquid concealer, satin, 6 milliliters or 0.203 fluid ounce is how much product is in it. And this is the, like, I'm just showing it. Like, I don't know if you guys care about shit like this. Of course, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest, what I like, what I don't like. This is what the foundation looks like. This is how the lip products come in. I honestly hope that the lip pencil is creamy, and the reason I got it because I think it just came like that, like the lipstick and the lip pencil, because when it comes to colors, like for red, I wouldn't get like a red lip pencil because I don't feel like it's needed. Like if it's a bright lipstick, I don't feel like a lip liner is needed unless you want to create an ombre effect. This is the concealer. I got it in the shade Deep Olive. I'm like really excited to try it. Like everything just feels so sleek and nice. Like y'all don't understand. I think I got my shade right. It's like, it has like a yellow undertone or golden undertone. This is my LA Girl Pro, and this is the okay, I can see quite a difference in the shade, but that would be my fault, obviously. But it's really hard to like shade match online, but hopefully it blends in good. It looks kind of thick, like the consistency looks thick already and not as creamy as I would hope. Let's see how it just applies on. With my brows, I'm just going to follow my brow shape. Like that's basically what I do. My technique might be harder for people with like bushier brows or even thinner brows, because if you have thinner brows, obviously you want to create the illusion of hair, and like, you know, you want to use something like maybe a dip brow. It's giving very much matte already. Like I said, it's not as creamy as I want it to be. I just follow the natural brow shape after I use the brow tint. That's just how I carve out the shape. It's really crucial and important you use a concealer shade, like a lighter shade than your foundation underneath, and on top, that's when I'm going to go in with my foundation shade to kind of make it a seamless blend, so you won't get that halo brow effect. Because I used to conceal on top of my brows before when I started doing makeup, but time goes on, you learn different techniques and different things about makeup, especially if you're like watching videos on Instagram or YouTube, stuff like that. All that helps you learn and grow and kind of change your technique. This is the foundation shade. I definitely could have gone darker, but we'll work it out. It's in the shade Nutmeg, by the way, the foundation. So there's still some leftover concealer on the brush when I mix it in with the foundation. That's why it's looking light, but it'll all blend out in the end. So trust the process. This is the definition of trusting the process, okay? I think the top of the brow is the hardest, because if you mess up the top of the brow, you kind of have to start again, in my opinion. So you just gotta be slow and take your time. I do not want that boxy eyebrow look like I've been doing before when I started. So you just gotta like push the concealer and the foundation at the beginning of the brow. The undertones are very much yellow. Hopefully I don't look like a ghost when applying it. So I didn't get primer. So the primers I'm going to be using today are the Arcacia. I reviewed this brand on my page before, so check out that video. Also going to be using the Rare Beauty primer. This one is an illuminating primer, and then this one is just like a pore filling primer. This is probably my go-to pore filling primer. It kind of smoothens out like any, you know, pores you may have and the appearance of them. So I would recommend this. Definitely grab this over the Benefit Pore Filling Primer. Primers are important, and you definitely have to get one depending on your skin texture and type. Because with me, I think I have combination skin. I used to have oily skin, but I don't know what happened. Like my nose used to get really oily, but now it kind of just switched to combination. Some parts, some areas I get oily, but the other parts I get dry, especially when I don't moisturize, child. Going in with the illuminating primer now, and you just want to like rub it in as you're applying lotion. And don't forget your neck, child. I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty powder to kind of set the primer in place, to keep it intact, and also add more coverage to also assist with like darkening up the foundation a bit. This is in the shade Cinnamon. I learned this technique from Jackie Aina because she used to do it all the time on her channel when she was doing makeup. And I think she still does videos like makeup tutorials and stuff, but I don't really watch makeup tutorials on YouTube as I'm doing a makeup tutorial. But like, I'm just doing this for my friends and people who ask me to do it. But I do like creating makeup tutorials. Maybe I'm wrong. Beauty community used to be so powerful. It was the group you wanted to be in, you know what I mean? But now it kind of tumbled down. I don't know what people like to watch on YouTube. Like, let me know down below. What do y'all like to watch on YouTube? I like to watch Real Housewives reaction videos and review videos, you know, stuff like that, like Kimpire. I like to watch tea pages, like channels that report on trending topics, like Coffee City, or The Complicated Entertainment, or Oppressive Channel. You know, I like to watch stuff like that nowadays. Guys, recently I've been getting into Terry Joe. Like, child, he or she is so funny. I love the way she talks, the accent she puts on. He can barely stay in character, the way he be laughing at the jokes. I watched this short on YouTube. It was one of his lives he did with this other guy. It was like a white guy, and then she was like, I'm a 120. And then he was like, you're 120? And then she was like, yeah, what's that supposed to mean? And then like he just tried to ignore her, and then she kept saying like, what's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? And then he's like, well, you said you're 120, but you have that in your neck. If someone ever roasts me like that, I would just pay for my own coffin. Like, how dare you? Like, that was just too funny. Like, I just couldn't. When it comes to foundation, I always apply it to my hand, and you kind of want to warm it up with your brush. Just like dab it. You're not really blending it into your hand. You're just like dabbing it around to kind of make sure the product is all over the brush and it's all, you know, onto the brush, and you don't just want to apply directly onto your face. And usually I don't buy makeup online unless it's non-complexion products, you know what I'm saying? But like if it's a bronzer or something, I can buy that online. But if it's foundation, concealer, I try to stay away from buying online because I'm not good with my shade, child. I'm just not. Like the pump is hard to pump out, so I'm just gonna open it and just dab some on my hand. When it comes to my makeup, usually I try and like do less foundation and more concealer and other stuff. You don't want everything to be like full glam, like full on, like a lot of foundation, then a lot of concealer, then a lot of powder. Like you have to pick which one you're going to dilute. Child, is it a juice? I said dilute. You have to pick which one you're going to minimize. Okay, that's a good word. Minimize. So that everything will kind of balance out, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's like less concealer or less foundation or less powder. This is the foundation all blended out so far. Just like a regular foundation. Like I don't really have too much to comment. I have to wait till I see how everything pulls together, you know what I'm saying, with the powder and the concealer. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm just spraying my beauty blender with this Coconut Restore Fixing Spray. I got it from Makeup Revolution. This really helps with blending out everything even more. Sometimes with a brush, it tends to leave streaks if you're not careful. Going over it with the beauty blender really helps blend everything out. I'm gonna go in with the concealer now. I'm gonna apply a brighter concealer in the center and up here of my eyes to kind of give a bright under eye effect, because I've been seeing a lot of people do that and I kind of want to try it. Because I feel like when I do my concealer, it just all blends in and it all gives the same color, you know what I'm saying? So like trying to make the under eye more prominent and stand out than the other areas where I apply my concealer. And you just keep practicing makeup, it just becomes easy. It's all the same, like primer, foundation, concealer, then the powder, then the bronzer, blush, lip, and lashes, and that's it. Like it's all the same steps, but sometimes people switch it around, you know what I'm saying? It just depends on how you prefer to do your makeup. I'm gonna go in with one of the lighter shades of this. I got this as a sample from Sephora. I think it's meant to be a NARS foundation or something. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. But y'all don't have to do all this. Like, if you just want, you know, the same shade of concealer all throughout, then that's fine. Like, you don't want a brighter under eye, then just do your regular concealer. So usually people let the concealer sit for a bit. I'm just gonna blend out everything else except my under eyes, and then I'll blend out my under eyes because I feel like that will give it enough time to sit. And you know, because when it sits, it gives more coverage. But I can already tell this concealer, it's still giving very matte vibes, and the undertone is very yellow. Like, I look crazy right now, but that's my fault, so I can't really talk too much about the color. It's not that matte that it doesn't blend out, you know what I'm saying? So it's alright. It blends into the foundation pretty good. Sometimes when you blend out with a beauty blender, it takes away too much product, especially when it comes to under the eyes. You want to keep that product. So basically I'm just using my original foundation as cream contour because in this instance it will work like that, because my original foundation is a shade darker than me anyway. It just blends together when I apply the concealer and stuff. And guys, I went to Double Bay today, and I don't know why the whole suburb smells like perfume. Like, it just smells like someone sprayed perfume in the air. Like, and I was outside. Like, I just didn't understand. Everywhere I went, like, it had this specific smell. It was very weird. I'm gonna go in with my Banana Deep powder, okay, and just use this brush to apply it to kind of bake everything and set the face. Some people apply the powder just on and wait till it sets, or some just blend it in with the beauty blender, and it depends on how I'm feeling, but I usually do both. Like, sometimes I'll use a beauty blender, sometimes I'll use the brush to apply it, or I'll do the brush first and then blend it out later with the beauty sponge. If you want your base to be a bit more dewy and not too matte, then don't let the powder sit for too long, or I would suggest you use the beauty blender to blend in the powder. Now I'm gonna go in with my Akatia, I'll never get the name right. This is their translucent powder, and this is so good. Like, you don't understand. Oh, I think I put a bit too much, but like, it doesn't leave a white cast, you know what I mean? Like, it just brightens really good. It's like a really good translucent powder, especially if you got melanin. Like, it works wonders, because some translucent powders be lying, like they don't be transluting like they should. Now I'm going to go in and set the rest of my face with my Huda powder. This is just, I use it as an all over powder to kind of just set the outer areas of my face. Like, if you want a full glam look, you have to invest in powders in different shades. Like, I got translucent powder, I got like a banana powder, I got a foundation powder. I'm going to start contouring now, okay? I'm going in with the Morphe. It's in the shade Leader, and ciao. I need to get a new one because the sides are really finishing up, okay? I want to get like a bronzing palette, and also I need like a blush palette as well. And she also has a blush palette and stuff, but the one I wanted was sold out, and I was like, ciao, get it, girl. So maybe if I check back and see later on, I could buy it, because the colors are really nice. Like, I love blushes, orange blushes, pink blushes, like hot pink, or red blushes. Like, it really works well, especially for my melanin child. Like, it does wonders. And if you don't know, like, the difference between bronze and contour is, like, contour is like a shade of powder or cream that kind of adds definition to your face. You could want to define your cheekbones, or you want to define your nose. Like, it really helps with the shading in that. But a bronzer is more warmer, and sometimes bronzers have like shimmer in them, and that really helps because you can also use that as like a blush and a highlight combo to give it more of like a, you know, glowy and dewy look. For bronzer, to be honest with you, but I used to use contour when I first started, and some people use both. Like, it just depends how much steps you want to add to your makeup routine, because usually it takes me 30 to 40 minutes to do my makeup routine, or like 5 minutes to do my regular natural glam. I'm gonna start contouring my nose, and you want to get like a tapered brush to really do this, because I feel like it gives you the best results. You're blending it lightly, okay, more inwards, because you want to create the illusion of like a snatched nose. And I love my nose, like, trust me. It just helps better when it comes to placing the highlight in the center. That's why I love to bronze slash contour my nose. But yeah, you can use bronzer as contour, like it just depends on what shade of bronzer you have, and this works perfectly. I'm doing it lightly but also fast, and also directing it like this way, not straight down. You want to like kind of pinch it in the center, and then you get the bottom. Never understood why people did this, like bronze this section, but it works. You can also take your bronzing up and double it as like eyeshadow if you want to, you know, if you're going for like a natural eyeshadow look, if you just want a bit of definition. Right now I'm going to go in with my Fenty foundation powder, okay? It's in the shade 390, and I use this to blend out my highlighted areas because it gives like a velvet matte finish, and I really like that. I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced powder. I got it from my sister, or should I say stole it, child. Basically I use it as like a foundation shade, and I know it looks light, but you don't apply too much, just like 2 taps. I use it to kind of like mix and blend everything together. But yeah, with your base, it's all about the blend. Like you want to make sure everything is blended right. Nothing's too harsh, because then you end up looking like a drag queen, child. So you got to make sure everything is blended to perfection. Now I'm going to snatch my nose even more, so this is what you do, right? And I really love this technique because it actually works. Like, it's one of those techniques that actually works, and it's not just for like the fun of it, you know what I mean? So make sure you don't put too much powder where your, you know, contour line is. So you just let that sit for a minute, and just really defines the nose even more. With my blush, girl, I just use eyeshadow. Like, I don't have a blush palette at the moment, but I just use this. I don't know where my sister got it, but it's really pretty. It's like a whole book, and I think this is meant to be the blush section, but I feel like this is a bit too light for me. So it also has like a highlighting section too. I haven't opened it yet. Usually I just go in with this red, you know. I feel like it just gives like a perfect blush look, as you can see. And of course I'm gonna blend it out later, child. Relax. Now I add it to my temples to kind of give it like a warm effect, and also my chin. It's just like a foundation concealer. Like, it doesn't do too much extra shit. Like, I don't hate it, but it doesn't really stand out to me, but it still works. Like, I'm still gonna use it, you know what I mean? I would reach for this, like, honestly I would. Now, if you add too much blush, you want to go back in with your bronzer and kind of blend it all together so it doesn't look too pink. So now I'm just trying to kind of define the cheekbone a little bit. So you just want to put like a powder, like your foundation powder, under it. But if you're not really seeing the definition happen, then you want to add like a lighter powder to kind of cut it even more. Now I'm going to go in with the lipping. Super excited about this part because it just looks so good. I love how the lipstick looks. It just looks classy, simple. The branding is really, really cute on it. I'm going to go in, okay. Kind of wish the doe foot was bigger, but it's fine. This is what happens when you got big lips, okay? You gotta dip in multiple times. The consistency so far is pretty good. This is my 3rd time dipping in. I like it. It doesn't appear sheer, and I can already tell it's drying down pretty fast, so that's what I like when it comes to matte liquid lipstick. Kind of feels sticky. I don't know if that's the lip liner or the lipstick. Transfer proof. I'm just gonna add some highlight to my nose. Oh child, didn't I tell y'all? This is J. LaRue Cosmetics, child. I'm probably saying that name wrong too. But I'm gonna show you guys how I apply my lashes. I just put some highlight off camera. Yeah, I wasn't gonna add highlight, but then I'm like, let me just add a touch, you know? I learned this from Cherie. Like, she just puts like a little glimpse of highlight and it just eats every time. So I'm in my Cherie Morris moment, okay? When it comes to re-wearing lashes and stuff, you just, for the next application, pick off any excess glue that might be still stuck on, but don't rip too much because you might actually end up destroying the lashes. So just anything that you can just pick off of the lash, because you don't want the lash line of the lash to be too thick and have too much glue from your previous uses, because then it will just be uncomfortable on the eye and it won't be pleasant. But yeah, if it's just like new lashes that you haven't used before, just ignore what I just said. I always go in with my Duo lash glue. I go in the black one because the white one, child, it doesn't dry down fast and it doesn't dry down good, because sometimes it ends up looking like fish eggs on your eyes. Like, I don't like how it dries down. You want to make sure you add enough glue towards the end and the front of the lash, because child, if the end and the front is not secure, then your lash will collapse. And usually they just dry for about 30 seconds, but I leave them on to dry for like a minute. I feel like it just makes it better and more secure. I can apply a wet lash to my lash line, no dramas. Like, I'm that professional, okay? If you're just starting out to apply lashes, make sure you wait like at least a minute or a minute and a half until you see the glue is drying down a little bit black. Then you want to apply it, but make sure it's still sticky and not completely dry down, because then there's no point. I always have a struggle with this, but I just basically just try and put it where my lash line is and then close my eyes. I feel like that technique is easier than just doing it with the open eye. So while I wait for my lash to dry, I'm just going to apply my mascara. I use the Extra 3D Lash from Rimmel London, and I really like the wand. It just like captures all the lashes. The only reason I use mascara is to like kind of blend my false lashes in, but sometimes I don't even put mascara before I put on my false lashes, because I don't like the way mascara comes off. Like, when you're removing your makeup, I feel like mascara takes much more energy to remove, you know what I mean? So I'd rather just go in with the false lash. But today, I'm gonna be extra for you guys. But I always do my bottom lashes, like always, because I feel like it's where it's at. Now, this is like me reusing a lash, but if you get new lashes, make sure you cut the, you know, inner corner where you want to put your lash, because if I feel like it looks too heavy and it doesn't make the look nice when it's just like you put on just the lash and you don't cut the insides, you know what I mean? So you always know which one is the left and the right one. As you can see, the outer is longer here and then the inner is shorter, so this one belongs on the right eye. So usually I apply my lashes with my fingers. You want to put it as like straight down as possible, not like straight in. You want to like lift it up a bit to where you can see the glue, so you can apply it as close as possible to your lash line. Okay, so I just rested it there, and now you maneuver it on. It's easier for me to do it with my fingers than like a lash applicator, so don't waste your money on those tweezers and shit, because it's like, it's just all extra. Like, you get a better precise application if you use your fingers that God gave you. As you can see, perfectly applied lash. I always want to check if I have any glue, but I always put it like right on the lash line. Like, I'm really good with that because I've been practicing for like 6 years or more. Okay guys, I'm gonna go change, do my hair, and I'll be right back. I'm sorry. This is the final look, child, and my final thoughts are, I look good. Like, that's just my final thoughts. I just look too good. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I think I look a bit too matte and a bit too yellow, but I think when it comes to the shade match is on me. Like, I can only blame me, okay? The concealer was a bit too yellow for my liking, and also the foundation was a shade too light for me. Like, I tried my best to kind of blend it in, but you can still see the yellow tones peeking through. When I put on matte lipstick, I feel like my whole, you know, makeup ends up looking matte for some reason, but I don't know if it's just me. What do you guys think? Comment down below what you guys think of this look. I definitely want to give it a second try. Maybe get a concealer with a little bit of a neutral tone and a foundation a shade darker to kind of, you know, see how I'm feeling about it. Overall, the foundation is full coverage. The concealer does what a concealer does. It's thicker than I would like, but it's still a good consistency. And the matte lip is still here. It's serving. Like, I really like the color. It's just a typical red lip, you know what I mean? I still feel like the pencil wasn't needed for me, but some people like to, you know, overline with the pencil or just line with the pencil. But I can just get a good overline just with the doe foot itself, you know? With the doe foot, I feel like it could be a tad bit bigger, but it's just me and my huge lips. Full coverage, it covers my whole lips. Maybe I went too crazy with overlining, but ciao. I'm going to applaud this girl. She did her thing. To have a makeup company is crazy to me. Like, to sell makeup, like, it's also like selling skincare. Like, you can't make it toxic. Like, it has to be right for human skin, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be good enough. The ingredients have to be, you know, approved and this and that. So creating a makeup brand, like, I salute her just for that alone, you know what I mean? I really look up to business women, especially black business women. Get it, girl, because, you know, I'm a small business myself. I sell bundles and frontals, so I know it's hard to, you know, sell your product to people and also give quality in the product. Hopefully she continues to learn and grow and keep creating products. Maybe next time I'll try the lip glosses. I still want to buy her blush powders. You know, her branding and her packaging and logos are so cute. I really like the different shades of melanin, the fonting of her logo, so keep it up. Like, she has good taste. She's really pretty. Guys, I'll link her company down below. She has a really good shade range. She has like a really like ghost white shade and a really dark shade as well, so you're bound to find your shade. But like, it's really important for brands to be inclusive in terms of shade range and, you know, undertones and situations like that, because child, y'all be leaving people out. Like, some makeup brands don't know how to, you know, they just kind of focus on the light shades and not the deep dark shades, and they don't go deep enough. Do you know what I'm saying? But this girl has the shade range down pat. Like, she's doing her thing. Hopefully in the future she creates like maybe a dewy foundation and different formulas, and especially with the concealer, maybe a creamier concealer. Your thoughts about this makeup look and the brand itself, and please tell me how to pronounce it. Duafe. Duafe beauty, child. Duafe. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.